You ever watch a game and feel it in your gut that you're witnessing the birth of something? It's not just a good night, not just a big play, but the kind of moment you'll look back on years from now and say, that's when it started. It's rare. Most games come and go, even the exciting ones. But every so often, a player steps onto the field and you can feel the energy shift before they even take a snap. The crowd gets restless, the air feels heavier, and something deep inside you whispers, "This is different." And Browns fans, that different just happened. Right in front of us. And I'm telling you now, what went down could change the balance of the AFC North for years to come. This isn't just another Sunday headline. This isn't just a highlight to share on Twitter and forget about by Tuesday. This is about Cleveland's window to make a real run at another championship push. And maybe watching one of our division rivals start to crumble from the inside. And it all centers on one name, Shadur Sanders, 5th round pick, a guy half the league forgot about on draft day. An afterthought, they said. A guy who was supposed to hold a clipboard, wear a headset, and wait his turn behind the veterans. Instead, he kicked the door off its hinges and walked right through it. His first start came against the Carolina Panthers. And I swear to you, it didn't even feel like a regular NFL game. Think of America's Stadium transformed into a stage that night. And Shadur, he didn't walk into it like a rookie. He walked in like the headliner. Picture this, Tony Brown, blasting unreleased tracks of Shadur's own music from a massive boombox as they entered. Dark shades on, diamond-encrusted pendant, catching the stadium lights, the kind of slow, confident walk that makes you think you're watching a superstars documentary, not a rookie's debut. And here's the thing, this wasn't all smoke and mirrors. This wasn't hype. This was patience meeting preparation. Shadur had been quietly grinding, taking mental reps, staying locked in while buried deep on the depth chart. He didn't complain. He didn't push for the spotlight. But when the moment finally came, he grabbed it with both hands and refused to let go. Quick break. Before I go deeper, I've got a giveaway running right now. Guess which Browns quarterback starts the first official game this season? Drop it in the comments. Hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed. 5 lucky winners are getting free game jerseys, and the more videos you comment on, the better your odds. Alright, back to business. For those who don't know the backstory, Shadur isn't just another rookie. He's the son of NFL Hall of Famer and Colorado head coach Coach Prime Sanders. That arm talent? It's real. That composure, you can't fake it. The leadership off the charts. His dad's been saying for years that his boy could be a star in the league, and now he's proving it. The situation he walked into wasn't easy. A quarterback room already packed with names like Kenny Pickett, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, and a couple more guys all clawing for reps. Most rookies in that spot fade into the background, happy to just be in the room, but not Shadur from day one. He carried himself with the same unapologetic swagger that made his father a cultural icon. On paper, he was a 4th-string quarterback. On the field, he was playing like he was QB1. And let me tell you, Coach Prime was locked in, living, and dying with every snap. During the game, he was posting live reactions on X like a proud dad, but also like a man watching destiny unfold. When Shadow dropped a gorgeous 7-yard touchdown into double coverage to Davis, Dion roared online, "Yes, law, YES, moments." Later, after Davis hauled in a sliding 12-yard grab in the end zone with a defender draped all over him, Prime posted, "Oh yeah, what now? God is so good." This wasn't just a parent cheering from the stands. This was a proclamation. His son's moment had arrived. Now, the game itself. The first drive wasn't pretty. 3 and out, a high pass off Deontay Johnson's fingertips. Then a route that didn't develop enough on 3rd down. Standard rookie jitters. This is where I started leaning forward, because great players, they respond, and respond he did. Next drive, he flipped the script, hit Travion Williams on a 15-yard catch hand run, then took off himself for a gutsy 10-yard scramble. Right there, I knew this kid wasn't playing scared. From that point on, he caught fire. Just before halftime, he threads a pass over to defenders into the back corner of the end zone for his first career touchdown. Poise, accuracy, nerves of steel. Browns fans in the stands were turning to each other with that look like, wait, did we just find something? And then came the second touchdown. Another strike to Davis, this time on a crossing route. Arm strength, timing, decision-making, it was all there. What impressed me most wasn't just the numbers, it was the command. From the pocket he looked calm, scanning the field like he had all the time in the world. And when it was time to fire, perfect spiral, right on the money. This wasn't survival mode. This was a statement to the league and Browns Nation. I don't know if you felt it too, but something tells me we just watched the start of a story we're going to be talking about for a long time. Before we wrap, if you want the latest Cleveland Browns news to hit your feed the second it drops, smash that like button. It's quick, it's free, and it keeps Browns Nation locked in right here, together. Because if what I saw from Shadur Sanders was just the beginning, you're going to want front row seats for the rest of this ride. Let me take you back to the exact moment everything changed. Because trust me, the game was already exciting, but what happened next? This is the part where everything went from pretty good night to, are we actually watching history? Happen right now. The crowd, you could feel them. Not just hear them, feel them. That deep, rumbling kind of noise that starts in the lower bowl and spreads like a wave until every single person in that stadium is standing. The lights were hot. The air felt heavy. It's the kind of moment where you're thinking, something's about to happen. And then, Sanders happened. Play after play. He just kept doing things that made you shake your head and laugh because it didn't even seem real. Pressure collapsing on him? No problem. He'd drift out of the pocket like he was strolling through a park, scanning the field with this calm, locked-in look in his eyes. And then, zip a dart, on the run, threading it into a space. So tight you'd swear physics wouldn't allow it. But somehow, the ball always found its mark. Then came the play. Not just a play, the play. The one you're going to see in highlight packages for the rest of the week. The one that makes every Browns fan sit forward and every rival fan swallow hard. Sanders takes the snap, feels the rush, rolls right, shoulders square mid-stride and launches it. We're talking a 29-yard missile, perfect spiral, cutting through the air like it was laser-guided. Downfield, Floria extends his arm just one hand and snatches it out of the air like he's plucking an apple off a tree. He tucks it in, hits the turf, pops right back up. The place explodes. I'm talking goosebumps on your arms. The kind of sound that rattles your ribcage. And here's the thing, it wasn't luck. It wasn't some miracle heave. That was intentional. That was vintage Sanders, except the kid's only just getting started. That's the throw that makes you look at your buddy and say, man, quarterbacks don't do that. Now, I've been saying it for weeks. The arm talent is legit, but this is about more than that. He's got guts. He's got the nerve to make throws most quarterbacks wouldn't even consider. And if you've been following this team since Baker Mayfield left, you know how big this is. Because, let's be honest, Cleveland's quarterback room has been a revolving door at an airport. Names in, names out. Injuries, inconsistencies, arguments over who should start. It's been years of searching for that steady hand, that leader you can build around. Browns fans have been starving for it. And I'm telling you, tonight felt different. Could Sanders be the one? Could he be the answer to 2 decades of frustration? I'm not ready to crown him just yet, but inside that building, the energy says this might be something real. And let's not forget, this isn't some cupcake division. This is the AFC North. Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, 3 teams that will rip you apart if you're not ready. But if Sanders keeps stacking games like this, if he carries that same calm, that same fire into the regular season, we might be looking at the Browns' secret weapon, a quarterback who can torch you through the air and break your spirit with his legs. That's not just dangerous, that's season-changing. And the buzz didn't stop at the stadium gates. This story didn't just go national, it went global. You know how I know? LeBron jumps on X after the game, calling Sanders the young prince and telling him to keep going. That's not just a compliment. A stamp of approval from one of the biggest sports icons on the planet, and a Cleveland legend. When LeBron co-signs you, that's a megaphone to every scout, every rival. Every fan across the world, this kid might be bigger than the NFL now. Look, let's keep it real. It wasn't flawless. There were a couple overthrows, a few reads. He might want back. That's part of being a rookie. But here's the part that impressed me. He never flinched. Not once. No panic, no drop in confidence. He just jogged back to the huddle and got right back to work. That's the difference between a guy with talent and a guy built for greatness. You can coach mechanics, you can drill footwork, but that mindset? That's wired into you. And here's what made me raise an eyebrow. There were stretches where Sanders was running with the starters. That's no accident. That's Kevin Stefanski and this coaching staff quietly saying, "We trust you." For a rookie in his first real action, that's huge. So now the Browns have a choice. Do you keep him tucked behind the backups, or do you start giving him real reps with the ones? Either way, you better believe our division rivals are watching. This tape tonight, rewinding and fast-forwarding, trying to figure out how they're going to deal with him. Cleveland's history is full of legends. Jim Brown, Bernie Kosar, Joe Thomas. Icons who carried this city on their shoulders. But for 2 decades, the quarterback position has been our blind spot. Maybe this year, that changes. Maybe Shadur Sanders is the one to flip the script. And Browns fans, I know you've been through the heartbreaks, the false starts, the endless maybe next year's speeches, but I also know you can feel it when hope is real. And tonight, this feels like hope. The stadium was alive, social media was lit up, and for the first time in forever, we're not just talking about Cleveland's defense, we're talking about our quarterback. It's early. The road ahead is brutal. But if Sanders keeps showing this kind of leadership, this poise, this ability to rise when it matters most, we're not just looking at a fan favorite. We could be looking at Cleveland's next franchise icon. And if there's one thing this city understands, it's grit. And Sanders, he's got it in his blood. So here's my challenge to you. Drop it in the comments right now. Is Shadur Sanders the guy? Did we just watch the first chapter of a story we'll be telling for the next decade? Or is it too soon to crown him? Either way, I'll be here every step of the way, bringing you the updates, the drama, the big moments, and every twist in this journey. Because if this kid really is the future, then we are about to witness something Cleveland hasn't felt in a very, very long time.